Good morning, everybody. There is fog around and there's also some frost around as well. Some of us starting the day with a lot of cloud, particularly in Scotland and Northern England and Northern Ireland. So here the temperatures aren't as low as they are under the clear skies further south. It's currently -2 in London, so you might find you have to scrape your car this morning. But as Naga mentioned, fog is an issue for some of us this morning and will be for the next few days. Now this morning it's especially across southern parts of England as well as the West Midlands. That will slowly lift through the course of the morning, although some of it could linger into the afternoon, and the cloud will continue across northern and western Scotland with some drizzle and breezy, gusty winds though across Shetland. Eastern and southeastern Scotland seeing some sunshine, as will northeast England. But across the Pennines, fair bit of cloud around, a lot of cloud in Northern Ireland today. And then for southern England and Wales, what you'll find is the fog will still be with us at 9 o'clock, but it will slowly start to lift and then we'll see more sunshine. And in fact, for most of us today, it is going to be a dry day in the sunshine. It will feel pleasant enough for the time of year. We're looking at temperatures roughly 5 in Birmingham if you stick under the fog, to about 10 as we move up towards Stornoway. Tonight, if anything, the fog does become more widespread, especially across parts of England and also Wales. Under clear skies, there'll be a frost as well, but we do have a weather front bringing some rain in across the north. Charlie Naga. You are too. Good morning to you at home as well. Now, for the rest of this week, we're looking at fairly settled conditions. Dry for most of us, but there will be some frost and also some fog around, and some of this fog will be slow to clear in the next few days. This morning it's a cold start to the day. -1 in Southampton at the moment, 2 in Aberporth, 2 in Manchester. This is where we've got clear skies. Where there's more cloud as we push further north, temperatures are that little bit higher. So we've got fog this morning, especially the West Midlands and southern England. It's patchy fog. It will be slow to lift, but when it does lift, many of us in England and Wales will have a dry day with some sunshine. But there'll be more cloud across the Pennines today, as there will be in Northern Ireland and also western and northern Scotland. Eastern Scotland seeing some sunshine, but in the west the cloud will be thick enough for some drizzle, and it's also going to be breezy, windy across Shetland. The highest temperatures today though, likely to be in the far north. Elsewhere we're looking at 7s and 8s. Now through this evening and overnight, under clear skies, once again we'll see the fog reform. There will also be a widespread frost, but as we push further north into Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland, there'll be too much cloud for that. So temperatures here holding up, particularly so in Scotland. But with that widespread frost and the fog, we could have some freezing fog to watch out for first thing in the morning. High pressure that's been driving our weather all week and keeping it settled is very slowly slipping southwards. We've got a weather front trying to come in across the far north of Scotland. That's bringing in some rain. But it's fog that's likely to be the issue across parts of England and also Wales first thing tomorrow morning. And again, slow to lift, maybe take them the afternoon for some of us to see it go. Some of it may just lift into low cloud. And if that happens where you are, it will suppress the temperatures. Temperatures down a touch in the north tomorrow, and here too, it will be less windy than it has been. As we head into Saturday, look at the spacing on the isobars. They really are much wider, and that means less of a breeze, especially where it has been windy. So once again, a lot of low cloud, some mist and some fog. It'll be more widespread again on Saturday, and it will take its time before it eventually does lift. There'll be the odd spot of rain coming in across northwest England, South Wales and also southwest England later on in the day, and temperatures down again, only 4 degrees in Hull, but it should brighten up later in some eastern areas. Now, as we head on into the weekend, into Sunday, well, on Sunday itself, there will be some patchy rain around, but it should brighten up, but it will be very windy with the potential for gales across northern Scotland. But Monday, it's looking a little bit quieter. Naga and Charlie.
Morning, perhaps some extra care needed.
That's right, Naga. Good morning, everyone. There's some mist and some fog in particular across parts of southern England and also the West Midlands. Some of that is dense and some of it will be slow to lift. This is Corfe Castle in Dorset. Beautiful Weather Watchers picture coming in this morning. Now, this fog could linger into the afternoon in places, some of it just lifting into low cloud. If that happens where you are, it will suppress the temperature. Whereas in Scotland and Northern Ireland and Northern England, there's more cloud around, some drizzle in the west and also breezy conditions, but windy across Shetland, whereas eastern Scotland, northeast England will see some sunshine. Now, as we come further south through the Midlands, Wales, East Anglia and southern England, there will be some sunshine when that fog eventually does lift. And for many of us, it is going to be a dry day, bar the drizzle that we've got across western Scotland. But it's still in the north that we have the highest temperatures today. We're looking at 9s, 10s, possibly 11s as well. Coming further south, well, if you're stuck under that fog, as I mentioned, it may just get up to about 4 degrees, for example, around the Birmingham area. Now, through this evening and overnight, we still have a lot of cloud in Scotland. A weather front coming in across the north will bring in some rain. But under clear skies, for England, for Wales, for Northern Ireland, we'll see some mist and some fog patches form once again, more widely. And with temperatures like this, even as low as -4 or -5 in parts of England, in sheltered areas, we'll have some frost and also some freezing fog. Now, tomorrow the fog will be slow to lift. Again, some of it just lifting into low cloud. We'll have the rain across the far north of Scotland, but a lot of dry weather, fair bit of sunshine, and not as windy as in the last few days. Now again, Charlie. Next few days, well, the weather remains dry and settled, but there will be some frost and some fog for some of us, and some of that fog will linger well into the day. Some of it won't lift at all. Here's where we've got it this morning across parts of the Midlands, southern England, South Wales as well. That will slowly lift. Most of it should clear. Then we'll have some sunshine. A bit more cloud today though across the Pennines and also Northern Ireland. And we still have some of that cloud across Scotland, although eastern areas seeing some sunshine. Drizzle coming out of the cloud in the west and pretty gusty winds across the far north of Scotland. But it's the far north of Scotland that's going to see the highest temperatures, 10s and 11s. Up even as high as 5 degrees. Now, through this evening and overnight, here comes another weather front sinking south, bringing some patchy rain and a fair bit of cloud across Scotland. For Northern Ireland, England and Wales, there'll be some clear skies and it's going to be a cold night with a widespread frost. Last night, and in sheltered parts of England in particular, the temperature could fall away as low as -4 or -5. So we'll have freezing fog first thing in the morning, and in the centre of the high pressure, hardly a breath of wind, so nothing to stir it up and make it lift. So this is likely to linger for a time, some of it just lifting into low cloud, some of it sticking around till the afternoon. That will suppress the temperatures. But again, a lot of dry weather, a fair bit of sunshine. Our weather front dangling across Scotland will produce some spots of rain, nothing too heavy, and it won't be as windy in the north as it has been in the last few days. But generally, temperatures will be that little bit lower. Into the weekend then, our high pressure starts to slide away. The isobars open up, so again, not much in the way of wind. So on Saturday, the fog will be widespread, slow to clear. Coming in across southwest England, South Wales and also northwest England.